My name is Mrs. Hailwood. I'm Head of Science at Rysdale, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about science next year. So science is a core subject, so everybody has to take science, and combined science means that there's a little bit of biology, a little bit of chemistry, a little bit of physics, all together combined. So what does that mean? Well, as far as physics is concerned, I like to think of it as a story. So about 13.5 billion years ago, matter and space and time and energy all came together in something called the Big Bang. And that story really is the story of physics. About 300,000 years after that, matter and energy started to come together in structures that we call atoms. And that study of atoms and molecules and compounds and their fabulous reactions, that's chemistry. About 3.8 billion years ago, on a planet called Earth, some of those structures came together to form organisms. And that study of living organisms, well, that's the story of biology. And it's these stories that we like to explore in combined science. There's such a lot to learn in combined science that it's actually worth 2 GCSEs, and it's examined in 6 exams, all of them lasting 1 hour and 15 minutes. There's a series of required practical activities that you have to take part in, and that's because they could appear in your exam. But we know how much you love doing practicals, so we don't just restrict practical to the required practical activities. We try and use as much practical work and as many models as we can to try and help you understand some quite difficult, complex ideas. After you've gained some fabulous grades at GCSE in science, what can you do with them? Well, you can use them to go on and study at A-level, not just biology, chemistry, physics, but maybe engineering, or applied science, or psychology, all have links to science. Also geography. A career in science doesn't just have to be about becoming a doctor or a vet. There's lots of other jobs in hospitals that involve helping people, such as being a radiologist or a haematologist, or maybe a research scientist. There's also lots of other jobs that don't involve working in a lab or an office. If working outside is your thing, how about becoming a conservationist and travelling the world, saving various species of animals and plants? How about doing some research into the development of renewable fuels, or maybe space exploration, working for the European Space Agency? If you're the creative type, how about working in the theatre or the film industry, maybe looking into special effects or lighting and sound? Basically, the only limit is your imagination when it comes to science. Science is perceived by quite a few as a difficult subject, and so whatever profession that you decide to pursue, employers will know that you've had to work really, really hard to get those GCSEs, and they will value them even if it doesn't seem to be something to do with science. They are definitely GCSEs worth having. When you study hard for your science GCSE, you'll be rewarded with 2 grades. They'll usually be the same, so for example, 6-6. However, you may also get a 6-5, and all that means is that your grade was somewhere between 2 6s and 2 5s. If you do really, really well in science in year 9 and the beginning of year 10, then there is the possibility that what we might do is enter you for a triple award. And a triple award in science means that instead of getting 2 GCSEs, you will get 3. You will get a GCSE in biology, chemistry and physics separately, and each one will have a separate individual grade. Whichever science GCSEs you do, the combined science or the triple award, you can rest assured that you will be able to go on and study A-levels if that's what you choose to do. We hope that you enjoy learning about science at GCSE. We certainly enjoy teaching you science, and we look forward to our time together next year.